What's up, Liberty City? This is your boy Omar, back again with Knowledge Without College, the show where we bring masterminds on from local communities to discuss everything that isn't being taught in the public school system and universities: spirituality, finance, street smarts, the pros and cons of technology, and much more. On this show, we don't brag on credentials. We don't care about your resume, who you know, or what you done. This is not Hollywood. This is not a red carpet service. The focus is about what you know and are willing to share with the people. Each one teach one is what we're all about. No egos, no debates. Just good, honest, and real conversation to make you think about life outside of the box. Tonight, we have Amadullah Muntu. I went to FAMU with this sister, and she always had a lot to say that she always backed up with her actions. So with that being said, I start off with asking, how you doing tonight, sis? It has been a long time.
It has. I'm well. Just happy anytime I have an opportunity to share what I think about life, more so from the perspective of being a spirit inside of the body of a black woman in America.
Indeed. Spirits we are, bodies we use. I remember a few years ago you said something in a student meeting that really stuck with me for years. You said that the body is a spaceship for the mind. Can you go deep on that for me and the people?
Ah, yes. Now we are taught in this society to equate the brain with the mind, but the brain is physical and the mind, your actual thoughts, is intangible, not something that can be touched. Think of the brain as the house for the mind. The mind uses the brain just like the spirit soul uses the body, just like you drive your car to get you from point A to point B. Without you, the car doesn't drive or know where to go.
Food for thought indeed. Good food. So you're saying that my mind is actually somewhere else outside of my body?
In a nutshell, this is what we see a certain group of people on earth trying to understand something spiritual through means of artificial technology. The mind itself can't be located. There's no GPS for that like it is for your body. Social media, for an example. Every student of a scientific discipline should know that the brain, the physical organ itself, processes information for the mind via the eyes through imagery. There is no coincidence that the foundation of social media is based off pictures. Now, if you spend most of your time looking at booty models, fight videos, what people are wearing, jewelry, money, and whatever else that is worthless to your life, your mind is a computer. What you give your attention to is a download. I see this wave of people doing stuff to go viral, not understanding anything viral is a virus created to destroy you.
I completely agree, 1,000%. So why do you think our people, black people, are the obvious headliners of most, not all, of the foolery that we do see online? It's like everybody is cloned and doing the same things to appear cool and different, but their mind computer is so corrupted they can't see they ain't doing nothing different than anybody else on the same wave.
Oh, whoa. Well, to keep it short and sweet, a lot of our people do what they do online because subconsciously and genetically, slave programs are embedded in the depths of their mind and DNA. So, what they do on the surface reflects them trying to distance themselves from that history and imagery of slavery by adding value to themselves with material things that, in essence, are worthless. They think being able to show they can afford, keyword afford, certain name brands of clothes, cars, shoes, technology, white Ivy League college education, houses in certain neighborhoods, jewelry. I mean, the list is endless. Will have them perceived by outsiders as different from the negative stereotypes of black people being poor and uneducated. The internet has become an outlet for people to share how screwed up they feel they are, which is why people who seek validation from sources outside of themselves are never satisfied because they live for the opinions of what other people think about them instead of getting to know who they truly are and being comfortable in that truth.
Woo-wee! You hit me in the heart with that. So what's the solution to these problems in your much appreciated opinion?
I usually don't like to reference books, but The Art of War is a must read for insight into that question. We do too much talking about the way we moving on the platforms created by our enemies, which is why they stay 10 steps ahead. Social media has become the new public meeting of the minds instead of meeting privately in our communities to discuss information what ain't for everybody to know. I'm deeply into the metaphysics of nature and how everything correlates with spirit. Connecting with God mentally and spiritually is the key to unlock the doors of wisdom so many people search for in books and YouTube vids. There are a lot of people out who teach you what has been working for them on their journey, but you have to create your own path, your own way, in your own meditation.
Indeed. Now you mentioned God. There seems to be a wave of more and more people questioning the existence of God lately. People saying the Bible all lies, people saying religion was created to oppress us. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, I ask any one of those people that live mentally without God how long they can live physically without water.
I like where you're going with this.
We live on a planet that is more water than land. Our bodies are over 60% water, so we are told by science. Our brains are over 80% water, so we are told. Water is the merger of oxygen and hydrogen, which a quick Google search will reveal are invisible elements. The invisible made physical, every living being on earth needs to survive. The same people questioning the existence of God question why they themselves even exist. Human beings are so arrogant, they created this image of a God that looks like them in their own imaginations in order to make God real and relatable to them because they can't see anything beyond the human experience of reality and therefore lack understanding of energy that exists that's invisible. Going back to what I said earlier about the mind not being physical, but you believe your thoughts to be real. Every creation that humans physically build starts from an invisible thought from an invisible mind. When the body dies, your brain does too. But your spirit, your mind, your soul, whatever you see yourself as, exists beyond that.
Wow, this is definitely been a kind of conversation our people need to be having on the regular. All the time we have for today is about up, but I want to thank you so much for this dialogue. It really has me thinking about a lot. Before we sign off, anything you want to close out the show with?
I encourage brothers and sisters to reduce the amount of time they spend scrolling through BS on social media because they're bored. I encourage people to stop living for likes to feel good about themselves. I encourage exploring topics like alchemy, sound frequencies for the brain, and being cautious of AI technology and phone upgrades. I don't have any social media to give out, so you gotta catch me in the streets.
I don't know about y'all, family, but that sounds like a recipe for success to me. Next week, we got your boy Cool Joe on the set to discuss the science behind street politics. So, alright, family, it's been too real. Until next time, stay safe, stay woke, and stay true to who you are. One love.
Stay woke.